All right. Happy 4th of July weekend, everybody. We are going live. It's Friday. We don't take Fridays off. We are going to be reviewing a JWB turnkey rental property that just became available. I'm going to tell you all the reasons that I love this property and what you should look out for if you are interested in investing in rental properties, either with JWB or you're doing it some other way. This will be a great learning lesson for you. I'm going to try to figure out all this technology here. I'm on my phone, so if you have comments or questions, I can get those, I believe. And at the same time, we're going to do a little screen share today. So this is testing there we go. Now I can see any questions or comments or whatnot, and we're ready to rock and roll here. So we're going to be taking a look at this property at 2376 Scenic View Drive on the north side of Jacksonville, a neighborhood that we know and love very well here. Let me share my screen and we will be off and running here. All right, so here we go. 2376 Scenic View Court here in 32218. I'm going to show you where that is in just a second, but we're going to take a look at the numbers so that you know how that will shake out. You can see the picture here, beautiful home, and the most important numbers are your return on investment. We always talk in terms of estimating your return on investment, assuming you're getting conventional financing, because that's what the majority of our clients get. And that's 9.24% here. I'll show you how we get to that in just a second. And over $275 of cash flow. That is a large amount. And great for you as an investor to have that positive cash flow. That is rule number one for getting into rental properties. You must buy assets that pay for themselves every single month, including the debt and all of the expenses. All right, so Scenic View Court here. Let me go in a little bit more just to make sure some of our folks who don't have good eyesight can still see this. So Scenic View Court, purchase price of $199,000. That's great. The median home sales price in Jacksonville currently is about $250,000. So you want to be in a market that has low prices. That's what Jacksonville is. And then in that market, you want to be slightly below middle income. So $199,000 is the purchase price, 4 beds, 2.5 baths, a 2-car garage. And our property is already leased at an average rent of $1,525. This lease 2 years means that we already have a resident. That is huge for you as an investor, because now this is positive cash flow from day one. Right, as I'll stop the share here in just a second here. All right, so when most people are investing in rental properties in today's environment, it's very hard for them to source properties, right? Because prices have gone up, inventory is down in almost every part of the country. And so many people have a hard enough time just finding the asset. It takes them maybe 6 months, 9 months just to work to find an asset like this, right? Then if they find the asset, then they have to go into all of the work to renovate it, or they have to wait. And let's say that it's new construction, which is very rare, but let's say that's the case. Well, then you have to wait maybe another 6 or 9 months after you purchase the house to be able to have it actually there and be able to produce positive income for you. And that's a real challenge, because many times investors, even if they can locate the asset and buy the asset, they have to wait months until it starts to perform. Right, this is an asset that I'm showing you here that is already performing from day one, which is incredible, right? You're starting in a very positive space. You're not waiting months to recoup that investment. At the end of the day, positive cash flow is the most important thing, and this is positively cash flowing from day one. You see that estimated rent range of $1,500 to $1,550 roughly. Well, that's because the first year's rent is $1,500. The second year's rent is $1,550. So that's how we get to that average rent. Positive cash flow is the most important thing. This is positively cash flow. Trying to check out the comments as I'm doing this. I'm not going to get too crazy there. All right, so $1,525. That's the average rent of the 2 years. We do get a $50 rent escalation in the second year. Your property taxes are right here, about $2,800. Your property insurance has already been quoted for you at $1,125 a year. And it has a small HOA, right? Don't be afraid of an HOA, right? A small HOA is okay. It's all about making sure that the return on investment is there, including the HOA cost, right? We don't invest in neighborhoods that have high HOAs, because if you do, you're not going to make positive cash flow. So $131 for the year is certainly not egregious and something that can make the cash flows work. So a great thing there. You've got all of your property management fees included in this number as well. It was built in 93, about 1,900 square feet, and that's on city sewer. All right. So as we look at how we get that 9.24% return, again, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to give you a brief overview here. We're assuming that we're getting conventional financing with 25% down. That brings your down payment on this property to about $50,000. We're assuming an interest rate of 4.5%. That is very conservative in today's economy, in today's interest rates. I've heard of lower. So, but we're going to keep that there because we care about hitting this estimated rate of return number that we put in front of you. And so that's there. That's a 30-year mortgage there, and mortgage payment, according to all these assumptions, at about $750 a month. Coming over here to the rental assumptions, we talked about how your average rent is $1,525. That is with your resident who's already signed up and renting this home. And we don't want you to forget about closing costs. Many other turnkey providers forget to include this in your estimated return on investment, so therefore they artificially inflate it. We don't. So your total initial investment would be the down payment plus the estimated closing costs of just a hair under $55,000 for this return on investment. Not going to go too much into the details here, but I'm just going to show you that for your estimated return on investment, we are including vacancies, we are including maintenance costs, we are including tenant placement fees, we are including principal pay down and tax savings. We bundle all of that together. That is the true picture of what your return on investment will be. And you can see here just on the cash flows and the principal pay down and the tax savings, you're up 9.25% and going up in future years. Sometimes folks ask, well, what happens in this year, year 5? Well, you know what? Every 4 years on average, we have a new resident in your home. They stay over 4 years. So every 4th year, we actually include that tenant placement fee for you. Again, this is very rare for what you're going to see from other tenant turnkey companies. And in that year, your return on investment would actually be lower because you do have a full tenant placement fee in those years. But you can see it continues to grow over time. And one thing this does not include is it does not include appreciation, right? Everything I just showed you, those 9.25% estimated returns on investment, does not include home price appreciation. So what are some reasons that I absolutely love this property? Well, when we're choosing a rental property, when we're choosing a neighborhood, we look for low prices, high rents, surrounded by jobs and non-violent crime. So let's talk about why this is surrounded by jobs. I'm going to show you a couple of things here. All right. So here's our footprint in Jacksonville. All of these, I've got to share my screen. I forgot about that. All right. So now that you can see my screen here, all of these, this is Jacksonville, right? This is the Atlantic Ocean right here. This is the St. Johns River right here. This is downtown Jacksonville. And all of these little markers here are all of our properties that we have bought, sold as turnkey rental properties to our clients. We continue to do the management for them. We have sold over 2,000 properties here in Jacksonville to turnkey clients, and we manage over 3,500 properties. And that's what you see on this map here. So you start to see really where we want to be in our defined neighborhoods. We've got the west side right here. We've got the south side right here. We've got Arlington right here. And we've got the north side right here. This home on 2376 Scenic View is right here, right in the north side where we love to invest, right? We've got low prices, high rents, surrounded by jobs and nonviolent crime. But something really cool here. So one of the, as you start to look at who the top employers are in Jacksonville, you'll notice this name, right? Amazon. Everybody loves it when Amazon builds distribution facilities or makes significant investments in their regions. Well, Amazon has definitely done that in Jacksonville. Over 4,300 employees, and this number is growing because as you start to read some of the news on Amazon, in 2017, they opened their first distribution facility here in Jacksonville, which was the largest single day announcement of jobs in a single day. And they followed that up with additional distribution facilities. Now in 2020 here, the city is reviewing permits to open a 6th Jacksonville center. We have 4 distribution centers currently. They already have plans for a 5th, which they released earlier this year, and now 6 is the plans for Amazon. That will continue to bring that number of employees in Jacksonville well over 4,300. So where do you think these facilities are? Well, let's take a look at that. So here, again, I'm looking at the same map of Jacksonville. Here, you can see this is where we were before. It just doesn't have all those dots on it because I couldn't figure out how to do that. Here we got Jacksonville right here. This is where that Scenic View Court house is that I'm just showing you. And then let me come on over here. Look at this. This right here is the 2nd Jacksonville distribution facility of Amazon. Over 1,200 employees work here at this distribution facility, and it's 4 miles away from the north side where we invest. It's 4 miles away from this home on Scenic View Court. These are perfect jobs for our residents, and we love that these jobs are so close to our residents, because when your residents have these types of jobs and industries that are continuing to grow with employers like Amazon, it creates this foundation of economic stability, which is what you want in your rental properties. So you've got this Amazon distribution facility here, which has already been in place for a number of years, 4 miles away, and more facilities on the way. Right, we're in the midst of a 5th and a 6th distribution facility coming to Jacksonville from Amazon distribution facility. So good things there. All right, I'm going to take you back to looking at this property here on Scenic View Court. Again, I'm going to show you a little virtual tour. This is something we do for all of our clients before they make their decision. They're able to walk through virtually. And this is also something that we do to help us rent out homes. These virtual tours really help, especially in a time like COVID. All right, so we're going to take a virtual tour here together. All right. You guys have got to be impressed with my screen sharing skills here. So let's take a look. So this is what it looks like when you go inside this home on Scenic View. Again, if we're looking at the picture there, this is the outside picture right here. Boom. For all of our folks that are watching on mobile, that's what it looks like on the outside. And then now you come on into the inside. So we'll take a quick tour here. Beautiful home here. Let's walk through into the kitchen here, and great eating area. Of course, all of these things are nice to have. The main thing that I'm looking for in rental properties are the numbers. I don't get too caught away in the amenities inside of a home. I want to make sure I have a great, decent place for people to live, and I want to make sure I have the right rent estimated. And of course we do here, because it's already been estimated and performed on, and have a 2-year resident in place. This is the dining room and the living room. We come over here. There we go. And now we'll go into the foyer, and we'll go up the hallway here. Oh, there was another bathroom right here. There we go. There's a little bath, half bath. All right. Now we're coming up the hallway here, and we've got 1 bedroom here, another bedroom right here, and then we've got the master. Oh, I don't know where I just went. I gotta get out of there. All right. So again, 1 bedroom right there, 1 bedroom right there, 1 bedroom right there, and then the master, right? So 4 bedrooms upstairs, and then there is an additional bath right over here. So the bedrooms all pretty much look the same, but we'll go inside here. Boom. Room, you can see that there's luxury vinyl plank flooring on the ground, which is great for decreasing your long-term maintenance costs. This is another bedroom. Boom, boom, boom. Won't spend too much time there. And this one as well. There's your 3 non-master bedrooms, and then they share this bathroom. There we go. Full bath here. And then go back to the hallway, and then here is your master. There we go, into the master bath. and the tub. You got the small shower right over there, and you've got your closet right there. So that's what you've got for this home at 2376 Scenic View here on the north side of Jacksonville. $276 a month of estimated positive cash flow, about a 9.25% estimated return on investment. Again, the estimated return on investment does not include home price appreciation. If you were to include home price appreciation based on historical levels here in Jacksonville, your returns would be over 20% estimated here if you're including this and you're buying with conventional financing. So I wish you all a very happy 4th of July weekend. Be safe and happy investing, and take a look at this property. If this is something you're interested in, reach out to me either on social, reach out to my team by going to chatwithjwb.com. Or if you want to get an overview of how to invest in rental properties, the basics, you can go to jwbwebclass.com. All right, enjoy everybody. Have a great holiday weekend and take care.